Every time we pick up a newborn under the arms, her legs bend in a fetal tuck position. The baby is posed to be actively held. When properly held, a baby is never hanging, but supported against our body. The knees are higher than her bottom, the legs are open, and the hips are forwardly curved. This is exactly the same position that our baby holds in an asteraki sling, whether it is an asteraki ring sling, an asteraki meitai, a stretchy or woven asteraki wrap, or an asteraki pouch. In this position, our baby is actively carried. It's almost as if she is helping the parent carry her weight. This way, minimum weight is placed on our shoulders. It is instead distributed all over our core. This is how we can carry our baby in torso carries, without any fabric over our shoulders. So why don't you buy that hardback carrier to keep the baby's spine straight? We don't want our baby to have a straight spine. We don't want the baby to adjust to the carrier. We want the carrier to adjust to the baby's natural position. Adults have 4 natural spinal curves. If you ever tried yoga, you must have heard the instruction to keep a neutral spine, even though we do have a natural lordotic curve. But our babies are born with their backs in a C-shaped curve. The cervical curve will be formed as the baby gains head support, but the lumbar curve will develop when our baby starts crawling and standing. Until then, our baby shouldn't be forced in an unnatural position, which is what happens when her legs are left to dangle down, extended. This is why our baby keeps her legs bent and the knees high when lying down, in the position that feels most natural to her. Should the baby open her legs like that? This is exactly the appropriate position, where the head of the femur fits ideally in the hip socket. Simply said, legs open at a right angle are the developmentally ideal position for the baby's hip joints. Besides, there are cases of babies with hip issues, where this spread squat position is used therapeutically. Want the fabric dig into the baby's knees? Imagine sitting in a deep-seated chair or hammock. As long as your thighs are supported all the way up to the knees, you'll be comfortable. On the other hand, if your knees were lower than your hips and the fabric would only reach you mid-thigh, you would have circulation issues and your legs would soon go numb. It's like hanging from a parachute or a baby hanging by the crotch. Now compare that to the deep seat of a hammock or a baby sling. By Asteraki Slings.